Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome to our last show of 2020. My name is Sunshine Day, and it is an absolute joy, honor, and privilege to welcome you to a spiritual remedy conversation and meditation. This show is geared towards those in recovery from alcohol, drugs, debt, overeating, overspending, sex, gambling, whatever you find that is an addiction. This show is geared toward you. When you are free from your intoxicants, something happens, a shift and a change begins to happen. And yet so many people feel so stuck. It's like, now without that thing, that substance, what do I do next? So this show is geared for you, for those of you who are in the pain and the stress, in the anxiety or the despair, or sometimes even the hopelessness. However, you do not have to be in recovery to benefit from a spiritual remedy, which is what I am offering here today, a spiritual remedy for the spiritual malady that plagues humanity, and that in particular plagues those folks who are in recovery. It's kind of like, hey, now that I'm not engaging in that behavior that actually brings me down, what do I do? So the tools to shift and have behavior that actually is affirming your life and is blessing your life, that is what I get an opportunity to share. Why do I do this? Because my vision is that I see a world where clean and sober people are living their best life and loving it. And so what I do is I provide the spiritual tools for personal transformation. And that just brings me joy. And it brings me joy to be here with you today and to offer some opportunities for folks to, to simply have a place to come twice a week, to hear some things, to comment, and to try on some things. Right? This is almost like the virtual spiritual clothing store, to where you get to try on some spiritual clothes, some spiritual digs, some spiritual practices, spiritual tools, to see how they work for you and to see how they benefit your life in such a great way. If you have been with me for a little bit, you know that so far this month, I have been giving away my book, Begin Within, which is the theme of what we've been working with this month is bliss and joy. But my book, Begin Within, I'm giving away one final copy today during this show. So if you are watching and listening and you want this book to be yours, I want it to be yours too. So go ahead and comment, make suggestions, go ahead and become active, because in the conversation right now, I'm the only one speaking. So I need some feedback from you in order to have this kind of be a conversation, and a live conversation at that. So, also, just kind of want to remind folks that if you're in one of the groups, to go ahead and to sign on to StreamYard and give permission, so that this way, instead of your name coming up as Facebook user, you actually come on with your name. So you're also eligible to win my book today. So here we are, right? We're at December the 30th, 2020. Someone said to me, the days are long, but the years go fast. And so this year, even though the days have seemed long, the year has gone by pretty quickly. Like, here we are in December. Hi, Wendy. Love it. Love it. I want to send you a book. Wendy. Here we are, right? This whole month, we're looking at bliss and joy. And we're looking at bliss and joy in particular as being a natural state of being, a natural state for us. However, for many people, with the conditions of the world and what has gone down in people's lives individually and collectively, many folks don't feel like they could actually tap into their inner bliss and their inner joy. And the things that we have been practicing, meditation, and we've been looking at the quality of our thoughts. We've been looking at the law of correspondence. We've been looking at the law of rhythm. We've been looking at these laws, these universal and spiritual laws, as it relates to bliss and joy, and how it gets us back to our natural state of being. Because whether you believe me or not, it is true that your natural state, at the core of your being, you are bliss and you are joy. That is exactly who you are. So today I want to take another quick look at another universal law. This is the law of non-resistance. And here's what the law of non-resistance says. It says, every thought has a frequency. The less you resist on something, the less it will exist. Whoa. The less you resist, the less it exists. So if you stop resisting that your natural state is bliss and joy, what you will actually begin to experience is the fullness of your bliss and joy. Because if you keep saying, no, I ain't, no, I ain't, no, I ain't, the less you do that, the less no, I ain't is going to show up, right? Yeah, that's an official word. Don't worry. Don't laugh at my English. Right? So the less we resist, or another way to put it is, what you resist persists, because you keep putting your energy there. There's energy in that every thought, right, Dee Dee? There's energy in that every thought. So by devoting less attention towards fighting the unwanted thoughts and the conditions, you will find that the problem that you face becomes less and less pervasive. So in other words, begin to turn away from what you don't want and look toward what you do want, right? And so if you think that bliss and joy is not your natural state, turn away from that and consider that bliss and joy are your natural states. Whoa, even me just kind of saying that, my whole body posture even changed. Like I'm sitting upright and I'm actually entertaining that bliss and joy are my natural states. Now, here's a little bit more on the law of non-resistance. In pursuing success, you'll encounter resistance along the way. By not focusing on the resistance, you'll eventually achieve the success that you want. So by not focusing on the resistance, you will achieve the success. Now, for many of us in recovery, folks who are no longer using those intoxicants, or as I like to say nowadays, right, those weapons of mass distraction, those things that distract us from living our full life and our best life, when we begin to turn away from those harmful behaviors, those addictive behaviors, from those things that move us away from being our great self. And when we focus there, little by little, those things that are no longer for us begin to fade into the nothingness from which they came. Now that is recovery. That is recovery. Okay? That word recovery means to be restored to your wholeness. But you got to know where your wholeness is. See, many of us still believe that we're broken, that we're lacking, or that we have limitations. And so to the degree in which I begin to recognize my divinity, to the degree in which I begin to actually focus and bring my attention to that which is my ultimate truth, it is to that degree that I begin to experience my wholeness. You see, that's what recovery is. And it's so interesting that today I'm talking about that and looking at that, because it actually falls right into place with the principle of Kwanzaa, day 5, which is today, which is Nia. Now, in the principle of Nia, which is a Swahili word, Kwanzaa, right? When we look at the principle of Nia, Nia is to make our collective vocation to build and develop our community in order to restore our people to their traditional greatness. Restoring our people to their traditional greatness. Now, for me, our people, right? Our people, whatever my community is, as I am thinking about Nia, about making my life's work, restoring our community and restoring our people to their traditional greatness, I think about those folks who are recovering alcoholics and addicts and recovering, food addicts and whatever type of addiction is out there. Imagine restoring our people, meaning humanity, right? Restoring humanity to its traditional greatness, which means that I get to reclaim my bliss and my joy, that it has been covered up by so much stuff. What do you think is covering up your stuff? Go ahead and put it in the chat there. What do you think is covering you or keeping you from your bliss or from your joy, from experiencing the fullness of who you are? Because I'll tell you something, bliss, joy, abundance, wisdom, infinite intelligence, beauty, prosperity. Like, these are the things, these are the qualities that you are, but they've been so hidden by the world of effects, if you will. And we're so hypnotized by these things out here that we never really take the time in here to do some housekeeping, to clean house, to go deeper and deeper within, to the degree and to the point where we can actually touch the hem of the garment of our bliss. Nancy, thank you so much. She says, sometimes it's fear that blocks us or that is covering us. Self-sufficiency. Thank you, Dee Dee. Dee Dee is saying self-sufficiency, like, hey, wait a minute. I can do this myself. And notice that self-sufficiency is with 2-letter S's and they're small. It's not the I am self, the great I am that lives in, through, and as us, but it's, oh, I got this, I can handle this. And yet what happens is we don't really know. We don't really know what is lying at our core. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy says, I've been cleaning house for the past year and experiencing so much joy and bliss. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that, like, being obedient to cleaning house and doing our own internalized housekeeping actually brings us to that place of finding our bliss and joy. It's almost like losing something under a pile of clothes. And after you kind of, clean house, oh, there it is. Wow, it's been here all the time. It's just been cluttered. Mari says that, low self-esteem is what keeps us from recognizing So imagine peeling away at those things that block us from our joy, from our natural state of joy. And what I love about the theme this month, especially as we go into the theme for January, which is clarity, is that most people don't think that their natural state of being is joy. And when we actually begin to get what my mentor, Michael Beckwith, calls blissipline, which is actually discipline, because nobody likes discipline. But when we actually become disciplined or blissiplined, We find the bliss in the discipline, that because we have begun to do some of the work and we stick to it, that stick-to-itiveness is so important, and we make it a daily practice. What is our daily practice? What's your daily practice? When you wake up in the morning, what are the things that you're telling yourself? What are the activities that you're engaging in to actually activate that joy? And that helps you bring the joy wherever it is that you go, even in sad situations. Are you bringing joy to the party? Are you bringing bliss to the party? If it's not there, it's because you didn't bring it. Oops, did I say that? Yeah, I did. If it's not there, it's because you didn't bring it. And you have it. You have it. We all have it. It's just been covered by all of these things: the fear, the self-sufficiency, the low self-esteem, right? But it is there. And we get to face it a little bit at a time. So I'm here to meet you where you are. And through some simple practices, through some simple spiritual tools, we can actually uncover, discover, and recover, which reminds me is the theme of my 34-year anniversary mini retreat party that's happening on January the 10th. And you'll hear a little bit more about that in just a little bit, right after, we close down. I want to make sure that you're invited and that you know that you are personally invited to my anniversary celebration. And we're gonna have music and just have a great time, but we're also going to go deep, and I'm going to provide some spiritual tools. If you want more information, you can go to aspiritualremedy.com to reserve your seat, because it's filling up pretty quickly, and I want to make sure that you're there. So make sure that after the show today that you go to aspiritualremedy.com and that you reserve your spot for January the 10th. It's a Sunday, and it's from 2 to 3:30. And even if you can't make it, make sure you gift it to somebody, especially somebody in recovery. Again, you don't have to be in recovery to benefit from this. But oh my gosh, the lights turn on for folks who have been mesmerized by the world of effects. And so here's, again, one of the tools that we get to engage in today. This is going to be a little bit of a guided meditation. However, this is going to be more of a releasing, and this not along with the law of non-resistance. And so if you're ready, say, yes, I am ready. Yeah, type it in. Yes, I am ready. I'm ready for Uncover, Discover, Recover, and I'm ready for this meditation. What I'm going to do is ask you to assume the position. Assume the position. And the position that I'm asking you to assume is the position of receptivity. So just imagine that you're ready to receive, right? You are ready to receive. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to receive. Imagine right now that you are about to receive a gift. And this gift is actually a gift of release. It is actually a gift of non-resistance. And so assuming that position, whatever, ready, like, okay, you ready? Here we go. I'm going to invite you to just gently close your eyes if you're comfortable. And I want you to notice that quietness that automatically begins to happen when you close your eyes or when you're ready to receive. You might even just gently put your hand on your chest if you choose to feel your heartbeat, to feel centered, maybe even both hands, to just kind of really hold yourself with such loving esteem. And as your eyes are closed and you feel the rise and fall of your chest with your natural breathing, notice how your body naturally inhales and takes in that which it needs and exhales what is used, what it no longer needs, what needs to be expressed, meaning pushed out. Notice how your body naturally does that and how it does it without fighting. It intuitively knows to breathe in the oxygen and to release the carbon dioxide. And so if there's something that you've been resisting, maybe you're resisting spiritual practice or God or an idea of a higher power. Maybe you're resisting allowing yourself to love or be loved. Maybe you're resisting this idea that bliss or that joy is your natural state of being. Whatever it is that you're resisting, maybe you're resisting recovery. Maybe you're resisting the fear. Maybe you're resisting that feeling of low self-esteem or that self-sufficiency. But now you're ready. You're ready to see it. Go, oh, look what I've been holding on to. Wow. I've been holding on to this for so long. I'm ready to let that go now. I'm ready to cease fighting everything and everybody. I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to know. I'm ready to see life differently from a different perspective. And I'm letting go of what no longer serves me. I'm letting go of the resistance. I'm letting go of the shame. I'm letting go of the low self-esteem. I'm letting go of the self-sufficiency. I'm letting go of the fear. I'm letting go of the false pride. I'm letting go of my ego that is simply edging good out, edging God out. I'm letting that go. And I'm so willing to entertain good only. I'm willing to entertain my success. I'm willing to entertain my recovery. I'm willing to entertain my life of joy and bliss. I'm ready to let people in my life, ready to let people know who I really am. I'm ready to let go of the hurt and the pain. I'm ready to accept the joy in my life. I'm ready to let go of the despair and the misery and the tribulation. I'm ready to let go, white knuckling my recovery. I'm ready to let that go. And I'm ready to try on something new. I'm ready to have a new and a different experience in my life, in my recovery, in free from intoxicants, free from those things that kept me bound. I'm ready. I am ready. And if there's anything else that you've been holding on to, right where you are, just simply speak it out. I'm ready to release. And you fill in your own blank. I'm ready to let that go. I'm ready to let go what people think about me. I'm willing to let go of people pleasing. I'm willing to let go of overeating. I'm willing to let go of my drug use. I'm willing to let go. And I'm ready for a new experience. Take a deep breath. And just like you're breathing, you're taking in what is good for you, what revitalizes you, what energizes you, what lifts you up, what continues your life moving forward. And easily and effortlessly, you let go of the things that no longer serve you, that no longer are needed. I'm ready to be restored. I'm ready to uncover the truth of who I am. I'm ready to discover the truth of who I am. I am ready to recover the truth of who I am. Right where I am, there's an infinite intelligence ready for me to simply pay attention to it as my life, ready for me to use it for good. And I am ready. I'm ready to uncover, to discover, and to recover my wholeness, my peace, my power, my harmony, my joy, my bliss, my infinite intelligence, my beauty, my divine creativity, my divine order. I am ready now to reclaim it, to recover it, to restore myself through this work. And take in another cleansing breath. And as you exhale, open your eyes and notice the beauty around you. Notice that you are beholding life around you fully. And put a smile on your face. And give thanks for what this year has brought for us. Now, there's been a few folks who have asked me, so Sunshine, what are you doing in the next couple of days? What are you doing for New Year's Eve? What are you doing New Year's Day? And through the Daye Center for Spiritual Living, that's DayeCSL.org, I'm hosting a midnight meditation. It starts at 11 tomorrow. And we're going to meditate through 2020 and bring in 2021. That's DayeCSL.org. Go to that website and find the Zoom link for that. And then on New Year's Day, I'm going to be again contributing to your life with a vision board workshop on 01/01/2021 at 1 p.m. Same website, Daye Center for Spiritual Living, right? DayeCSL.org, Daye with an E. And there I will guide you through a meditation so that you know what is for your highest and best in 2021. Now, these are all love offerings. Just show up and be blessed and be blessed and be blessed and be blessed and open yourself up to be blessed, right? And then remember to go ahead and register for my celebration, my 34-year anniversary of my sobriety, Uncover, Discover, Recover, and make your best contribution to that event. And join me there as we celebrate and as I take you a little bit deeper so that you might live your best life. Again, I see a world where clean and sober people in recovery are living their best life and loving it. And because I see that, because that's my vision, my purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And so I'm here to provide you with the tools for your personal transformation because I love you and I care about you. So stay tuned. Don't go away. There's more to come this evening and in the days to come. Know that you are loved and that you are important to me. Bye for now. Hello, beloveds. I see a world where clean and sober people are living their best life and loving it. That's why on January the 10th, 2021, which is my 34-year sober anniversary, I'm hosting a mini retreat, January the 10th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. It's Uncover, Discover, Recover. And you can find your tickets at aspiritualremedy.com. That's aspiritualremedy.com. And there we're going to have a blast as we celebrate my 34 years of sobriety. So it's 34 for 34 or your best donation. Can't wait to see you with me. Bye for now.
Celebrate your life. Celebrate the memories, the birds and the trees, the loves and the kisses, the hits and the misses.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Don't wait till it's too late.
Love and appreciate.
Love and appreciate.
Show them that you care.
Show them that you care, and you'll always be there.
Yeah.
Celebrate life. Rejoice, rejoice, celebrate life. Rejoice, rejoice, celebrate life.